Hey guys, me again. I thought I'd just do a really quick unvanning. I was going to do this tomorrow, but I've got somebody just called me who was just up at the tip and said that there's all this industrial pallet racking up at the dump and you should come and grab it. And I said, oh damn, I've got all this stuff in the car, so I'm slowly taking it out, so I can't do this tomorrow. So I thought I'd just quickly do a quick video of this now. Check this out. It's an 8 kilogram Washmart Fisher and Paykel brand front load washing machine. Bit of a funny story. I was in the driveway waiting to get in, and two cars in front of me. I could literally see through the car that was directly in front of me, and I could see into the back of the ute that was in front of him, and I could make this out. And I went, oh, they're awesome machines. They're worth a lot of money new. And I know this because I got one a little while ago and I fixed it. It was a really simple fix. It wasn't hard. And I sold it for about $500. This was only like 6 months ago. Anyway, yeah, I saw this car and he kind of went through first, and then I had to wait for the car in front of me to go through, and then I went through, and the boys who weigh you in, they want to talk to you for a bit, say, you know, how you going? And I literally said, hey, listen, I can't talk. I'm really sorry. I've got to go and save this machine before it gets pushed off the back of the ute. And when it gets pushed off, these machines, they just, I mean, you know, you get these massive dings and dents, and a lot of the time they break even more. And so they just laughed, and I just ran after this guy. So I drove up, and he had literally got out of his car and he was pushing it up to the edge. And just as he was about to push it off, I beeped him, and he stopped, and he looked up and he saw me coming over, and I kind of put my hand out like, stop, stop, stop. And he just stopped, and I said, mate, are you tossing that, obviously? And he said, yeah, do you want it? And I went, bloody oath. And he said, you can have it, it's yours. He said, guess what, it actually works. Yeah, we don't know how he's done it, but my son broke the door. This is the door here. And I don't know how he's done it either. It's actually come off here. There's a plate that goes in there, and there's two pins on the plate that go in here and in here. And I can't work out how he's actually taken that off, how he's managed to do that. But anyway, that's an easy fix. I can fix that just by taking that grey outer shell off, and that'll work. But to be honest, I've actually got a couple of doors for this. But look at the rust. There's actually a big clump of rust there. But if you have a look here, I think what's happened is there's been a bit of a leak coming from the soap box, and that's how this is just really fugly. But yeah, by the time I'm finished with it, this will look new, and I'm about to show you why. Come with me. Check this out. About 4 or 5 months ago, after I sold that first machine, I found another one, and I went, oh great. So I grabbed that, but it had a broken spider. Which, a broken spider is basically, it's like a hand, a metal hand that holds the drum, the stainless steel drum that's inside the plastic shell of the machine. It basically holds it to the bearing, and they can break. And I've noticed a couple of these machines that have had broken spiders. I mean, yeah, Bosch machines and Samsung machines, they break all the time. So anyway, this had a broken spider, but the entire machine was just gorgeous. There was no dents or anything in it. So I thought, I'm just going to pull out the guts of this machine, pull out that drum. You can see it's all empty inside. And I might be able to use this in case I come across a machine that gets pushed off a ute and it's got some big dings in it, which obviously I saved that one I just showed you, but it's got a dodgy front. So what I'm thinking of doing, I can either pull out the drum from that machine that's in the van and stick it in here, or I think what's the easiest thing to do would be just to take the front of this machine off and stick it on that one over there. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. It shouldn't take too long. I'm hoping it'll only take, oh, maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes. So I might do a quick video of me doing that, and show you what it looks like when we're done. So I thought I'd, before I get started replacing this front, I thought I'd maybe do a test wash and just make sure that this machine actually works. Because there's nothing worse than fixing up a machine, making it look beautiful, and then realizing that it's a piece of crap and it doesn't work. So they told me it worked, and it does work. The only problem with it was this solenoid. This is actually, I've replaced this solenoid with the one that was in the donor machine. So that's actually the donor machine solenoid. What was happening before, it wasn't really letting the water in. It was going in, but it was going in at a snail's pace. So when they were using this machine, it must have been taking a hell of a long time to fill up and just to do a cycle, you know. But I've replaced that and it works great now. So I'm just doing my first load with washing in there, and it's really weird. Ooh, hang on a second. I like to save my water. Anyway, yeah, it's really strange. It doesn't seem to kind of do what most other machines do, where they go into a rinse cycle, they fill up again, and they just do a, you know, agitate normally. It doesn't do that. It seems to be more like one of those top loaders that have those eco modes, where they don't actually fill up again. What they do is they spin constantly and they spurt water over the top. This is basically doing the same thing, and it's really odd, but it seems to be working. That's the solenoid that I pulled out. You can actually see part of it's missing, the guts of it. But yeah, before I get started, I might just quickly scan this so we can see what it looks like before and after. I'm not sure whether I'll replace this part here. See how it's got a bit of wear there? I don't know if I could be bothered with that. Leave it or not. I've got a couple extra, but we'll see. But it seems to be working great. So, but man, it's so quiet. These things are amazing. Anyway, yeah, I'll set up this tripod and we'll start fixing this sucker up. Make it look pretty. I'm thinking I might replace the stabilizers, you know, the shockies on the bottom as well. If I put a bit of pressure on this so that it's a bit more stable. Watch. That's a bit of a sign that the stabilizers are a bit worn out, so while I've got it all undone, I might replace those. Should be like brand new when I'm done. Okay, let's do this. It's a bit windy. Yeah, it turned out really good. What do you think? No big ugly rust spot there now. But anyway, it's turned on at the wall. I think I've plugged everything in right, so let's see if this starts up. Oh, that's a good sign. All right, so let's go a quick, super quick maybe. Okay, I know it's all flashing like a madman on my screen, but that's just the refresh rate of the camera. So let's see what happens if I press play. Oh, that's good. I like that sound. I just want this bowl to spin, and I don't want to see any leaking. Come on, bowl, start spinning. I'm not sure what part of the cycle it starts to spin, whether it has to fill first, but shouldn't be too long. Oh, there we go. It's spinning. It works. Now let's have a look around the machine and make sure there's no water coming out. That's good. That's awesome. Nothing at the back. Gorgeous. Looks like we fixed another one. Oh, we're not going to be overly sure until the whole cycle's done. We may still have to replace the pump yet. I don't know, but so far it's looking really good. I'll go and get some clothes next and chuck them in and do my standard 7 test washes. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm pretty paranoid when it comes to these things, so they have to be working properly before I sell them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. How long did that take? Maybe 40 minutes to an hour maybe. The hardest part was to put the door seal wire back around that holds the door seal on. And I finally got that on, you may have seen in the video, but then I remembered I hadn't connected the door lock, and you have to do that while the door seal is off so you can get your hand in there. And I tried every other way, but it wasn't going to work, so I had to take it off again. But I put it on a lot quicker this time, the second time, so that's cool. All right, well, I might just set this camera back up on the tripod and let this finish and see how we go. Awesome. All right. No, slowing down again. Come on. Here we go. Taken off. Yeah, so if I put a bit of pressure here that goes away. So that's not a drum problem. It's nothing to do with this part here. It's got to be the stabilizers. Either that one or these ones, I think. They do look really good, but I'll replace them anyway and see what happens. Gee, it's annoying. Otherwise it's perfect. see, pull that down. Definitely stabilizer. All right, that's it's going to be a pain in the ass. I have to take it back up the driveway, or just drop it here, take the bottom off it, and get to it that way. But, okay, let's do this. I want to get this finished. Beautiful. Hey, so I just took the bottom off. There we go. And we got to replace, well, I think this is good. And this one's good, but if you have a listen to this, there we go. That sounds familiar to me. So I reckon we'll replace that and try it out and see how we go. But what's interesting is this is different to most other machines. It looks like all I have to do is undo this, take this pin out there, and slot another one in. That could be an easy thing. I just love the way you can take this entire bottom part off. It's just so good. You know, some of these machines these days, the frickin' stabilizers are connected to the part that you take out. So how are you supposed to do it? It's just nuts. You have to take the entire front of the machine off. But that's beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that machine at the top of the driveway, my donor machine, and pull one of these stabilizers off and stick it on here. I don't think I'm going to film me doing that. It's just going to take too long. And but I'll bring you back on the final spin and see if we fixed it. All right. I just thought I'd bring you back one more time. I pulled the stabilizer out, and this is what I think is happening. The stabilizer itself feels really good. It's solid. Because you don't see too many of these things given out. But if you have a look where it's connected, sorry, it's about this dodgy camera work. Just here, this part here, it's kind of, you can wiggle it. And if I hold this up to my camera, my microphone, and go, you can kind of hear that sound, right? So I've never seen these being held in with one of these pins before, so I'm not sure how to replace that. I mean, I decided not to pull the one out of the donor machine. Instead, I've got like hundreds of them, spare one. So I pulled this one out and it fits, it's a perfect size. So I thought I'd try and stick this in there first and see what, actually that's not going to work. It might. I don't know, I might just go up and pull the donor one off. But yeah, sorry about this dodgy camera work, but there's definitely movement there, and if it goes through the entire machine it might just amplify, and that's that sound we're getting. So hopefully that's all we need to do. All right. There we go, she's fixed. How good is that? Perfect. That was the first spin. Let's wait for the second one in, what do we got there? 08, 15-minute cycle, so in 7 minutes. But that's a good sign. I just grabbed the camera and started running outside and set it up. And I just think I got the tail end of that. So yeah, you can see that stabilizer actually was the culprit. And the funny part is, I don't think you can get these pins out. It looks like this is a complete unit, so I couldn't get it out. So it looks like it's just another one of those bloody ways to make you have to, you know, buy more than what you actually need, I guess. But I end up not using that one that's sitting there that I pulled out from the drawer. I actually grabbed it off the donor machine. It was slightly different, but it still works. But yeah, very happy. So this is 100% perfect, this machine. I love this model machine, it's awesome. Anyway, let's wait and see what happens the next one. And then I'll do a couple of really, really long cycles. Okay, and we'll test out the heating element and just make sure everything's working before I advertise it. Here we go, it's getting a bit faster now. It's interesting that it spins while there's water in the bowl. And there's a big, big load in there actually. Alright. Yeah, looks like it's drained away. So I'm imagining it's probably going to start getting faster now. There she blows, she's getting quicker. Oh, isn't that a beautiful sound? That's what we want to hear. God, that's awesome. So this was actually quite successful. Normally when I fix something like this, there's all these other things that have to be fixed, like replacing pumps and all of this other stuff, but this was actually pretty good. There's only that one little issue. Okay, here we go. That's perfect. And it's just going to get faster, I'd imagine. Here she goes. Beautiful. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm going to call this one a success. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.